back. Okay guys, it's time for the new base page to make. I did made this time a little notification. Maybe it's more helpful to make just the base, and the rest are all small things that you can add. Pockets, belly bands, these pockets. So we're just gonna make the base. We're gonna make another base. Same thing as that one. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my 2-in-1 real memory keepers. And let's grab a few black papers. I think we need 4 at least. So let's just start with 1. Alright, so this is a little note. Maybe you can write it down, but yeah, I'm just going to show you. Alright, so my first step is this one. So I have a nice A4 size paper, and my A4 papers are this size. I always use these. So in Dutch it's 21 by 29.5 centimeters. That is a European size. And in inches, if you want to recut your papers, maybe it's 8/1/4 by 11/5 inch. So that's what I'm going to use always. So this is my piece of paper. So I'm going to use this size right here. So my first one is that I end up with on one side 4.5 and on the other side 7. So I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to make a mark at 4.5. Well, you also can score, by the way, Diane. Alright. Okay, now that's my mark. Then I'm going to fold it down, burnish it down, and then this should be a 7. And if it's not, I just can cut it down. I really like this to have it as a 7. Alright, so a 4.5, and the back is a 7. Okay, just gonna check. Yep, it's the right size. Alright, that's base 1. Okay, then we go to the second one. So I'm gonna grab another piece of paper. And now this one, I want on one side 6 and on the other side 5. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna score at 5 or 6, that's totally up to you. Score at 5. Fold it over, make sure that's nice and straight. And that's totally maybe not the issue, but because I needed a hinge too, Diane. Yeah. And then this one, yeah, need to be a 6, but we also need a hinge. Alright, so this one is a 6, yes, and this one is a 5. That's true, but I want a hinge too. So what I'm gonna do right now, and I need to adjust my little note, is I'm gonna line up this at 6. So it is still a 6, that's perfectly. I'm gonna make a mark, and this I'm gonna score. So that's my fold, my hinge. Alright. You can cut it down, but there's no need. You can cut it down at a 1/2 inch, but I think it's perfect as it is. Alright, that's 2. So I need to adjust this a little, because here there comes a hinge on. Alright, so this is still a 5, this is still a 6, but we need a hinge on it. Okay, yeah, perfect. Not on the first one. That will exactly be the same on the third one. The third one needs to be a 4 and a 5. Okay, so I am gonna score at 4. Just leave it this way. I'm gonna score at 4. fold it over, burnish it down. Then I'm gonna measure that the next one is going to be a 5. So on the 5 I'm gonna make a little mark so I can fold it and cut it down. So I have my hinge. There we go. Another one is ready. So at this one I also need a hinge. Okay, hinge. Let me hinge. Okay. That's how I make a little note. And yeah, anything too long, cut off. Yes. Yeah, and then we come to the last base part. Is a full sheet that I'm gonna cut down at 6 inches. These ones you can save because you can make pockets with them. And then we're gonna score 1/2 inch. And then we just grab page 1. Page 1 is the one without a hinge. And then we're just going to put this on the right spot, make a mark, and then again score and cut it down. And the leftovers you can use for pockets or whatever you want to do with them. Alright, so these are my 4 elements, and this is the one that I also draw down here, but I don't put any measurements on it. It's just a 6 inch wide, and then the hinges you can measure yourself with the base 1. So this is what I have. So we have a base 1 without a hinge. That's 4.5 and a 7, and anything longer you can cut off. Then the second one is a 5 inch, a 6 inch, and then after that 6 inch we have made a hinge. Anything else you can cut off. Then the third base page is a 4 inch, a 5 inch, and on that 5 inch page we did make an extra hinge. So it's actually 5.5 and 6.5. Alright, you get that? And then anything too long is you cut off. But this is how I made it, because yeah, it's my way. Alright, so these are the 4 pieces that we need for our base. Now these are the things that I cut off, but we still can use those for making pockets. Now this is your base. Okay, shall we first do the pocket? Well, we can't do that. So I'm going to use tape for this, just because. You also can use glue, of course. You can use whatever you want. You can use whatever you want. Now I have this already in my hand, so I'm gonna do right away the other hinges and this part, so I can go on with the next one. Oh my dear. Okay. Now as you can see, nope, first we do the pocket, as I told you. I like to peel off first one piece, flip your page over, and just notify that on the fold line we are not gonna glue the pockets down, if you know what I mean. Let me show you real quick. So this is the one. This is actually the base page right here. See, that's the same measurements. So if I flip it over, there is the opening becomes on the fold line. I just told you wrong. Yeah, it's going to be on the fold line. Oh yeah. So this is going to be on that hinge. So the pocket needs to go on the fold line. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn it over. My fold line is right here, guys. All right, so I'm gonna use the one that are not peeled off. So I'm just gonna line it on the right side because I can move on this side. It's easier for me. Then I'm just gonna line it so I'm nice and straight. So that's my first one. Then I'm gonna peel off the other side. And I want this pocket not too tight. So what I like to do is, yeah, you can push your hands below. You can put something inside. That's also a nice thing to do. But I like this pocket a little bit off the edge. So that means that I do have some extra space. And when you put something inside, then you have that. Okay. I was looking for my bone folder, really. Alright, so now we have that nice tunnel. So this is the side where we're gonna add the hinge. And then this is, right away, a nice big pocket. Alright, now turn it back. Now you see you have two parts. One bigger, one smaller. So we're gonna start with the bigger one. You can, if you want, I did not do that first one. It did not bother me at all, but you can cut these off if you like. They will do not see them whatsoever. Alright, peel it off and then just put this on. So I'm just gonna start at the bottom so this is nice and equal. And then I go to the top, put it on nicely. There we go. Yeah, and as you can see, this is the one that we made earlier. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue it on, and then the next one also. Just gonna glue it on top. You also can, if you want, you also can peel this off just a little bit. It's just a little trick that you can do. Just a sec. Peel off a little bit. And just line it up like we did with the pockets. Line it up, and now I really need to focus on this. Keep it nice and straight and just peel it off. That's also a trick. Alright, now we added on the pages, and now you can decide which way. The first one we did is this way. Remember that we had a nice fold out, but you can do any way you like. You also can add this way, and then maybe you can add this way. It's totally fine. You even can do this. There are so many ways that you can do. So many. So I still have no clue what to do, but but this is the base. Yeah, the base is done. So yeah, that's the base, guys. The base. Exactly the same as this one. See that? This one did flipped open. I folded already different. And then we have this one with the pockets. That's the first one. And then this is the back. And here we have the pocket, which I added on that pocket. This is the big tunnel. Yeah, okay, so it's perfectly the same. Yes. How many times I'm going to grab this back? Oh, as many as I wanted. See, it's definitely the same. Alright, so I need 4 pages to make my base. And with all the strips, I can make pockets, I can make belly bands, same as we did with the first page. Alright, it can be that easy. Yes, it can be done. Alright, next part. Alright guys, let's get started. I'm gonna add my little, for those who want to see right now, this is my base page. Yeah, I'm gonna need it for the third one. Alright, so let's get started. So what I have is this right here, and I was thinking, what can we do with this? Well, we can do a lot. So I have my 3 leftover pieces right here, and maybe, just maybe, it's a nice idea to make an extra flap. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a flippity flop. Just that. And for those who did not have the same papers size, this is a 2 1/4. Okay. I'm gonna add tape on here, and then I'm gonna cut the little small corners away. And then I'm gonna fold it down. There we go. And I'm gonna cut the corners. There you go. Okay, cool. Now grab it back, and we're gonna add this as a closure. Cool. I think it's cool, 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 cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this. Same thing. Here we go. Add it on. There you go. So now we can, you can make this as a closure envelope. So it's totally closed, or you can use this as a flap. Totally up to you what you want to do with that. What shall we do with that? Well, I like have a nice closure envelope. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use the same size as this one. So I'm going to cut this piece. It still is a leftover piece, guys. So, alright. Let's see what I can do with this little piece. Alright, so score, and I have no idea how many scores that I can make, but I'm just going to score this piece in 4. I did score 4 times. Now if you have only 1, then it's a nice tight envelope. That's cool, but if you want this to be a little bit thicker, then you just make a little M. And then of course this you need to cut down. So 3 fold lines was enough, Diane. 3 was enough. And then you have, if you glue this down right here, then you have a little accordion. See that? And so you have more space to add things in here. I really love all that. So, but then I need of course another one for this. So I'm gonna grab a leftover piece. This is quite, I do have smaller pieces. So let's see. I think this one fits perfect. We always have some leftover pieces. Alright, so you just score 3 fold lines of a 1/2 inch 3 times. And that's enough. And then I'm just gonna cut this down. also have a little M, but of course I need to cut this down the right size, and then I am ready to go. Yep. Alright, so let's add some tape on, or glue, but I think tape will do the trick. There we go. Here we go. Alright, with this one I also like to cut the corners off. Try to make that corner to the fold lines. Okay. Now let's see. Nice fits. Yep. I'm gonna add my first one on the flap. Nice. I'm gonna start at the top and then I go down. And of course, wait just a sec. I want this to be nice. So I'm just going to fold it open so I can see better where the end of the page is. There we go. Let's go to the other side. Make sure that your M legs are pointing inside. So this is what I called, well now it's a W, but normally it's an M. See that? Up, down, up, down. So this part, no, this part needs to go on the outside. The two hills needs to go on the outside. Alright. Put it on the edge. Here we go. Yeah, and I'm just gonna peel this back. Can we do both at the same time? Well, let me just do first one. I think that's a safer idea. Alright, that's one. And now I still can peel this off. Alright, and now we have a nice big pocket. Super cool. What do you think? That's cool, isn't it? Alright, now, normally I would say, because this is pretty thick, and if you're gonna add more, then this is pretty flat. Now I should remind me that maybe we could add a little extra fold line on here, but maybe it's even not needed. I don't know, because it's pretty small. No, I think we got it. I think we got it. Maybe it's possible to do. Maybe it is possible to make that extra. Okay, let's check it out if it's possible to add an extra little fold line. So I did it. It's actually pretty easy to add another fold line. think it's better. But I hope my flap then is not too tight. So fingers crossed. There we go. Alright, now this moves forwards. Oh my gosh, we have a nice big page, see that? But yeah, this fits so much better. Yes, cool. Yeah, this fits nice. Alright, so that's done, and we can make a nice swing tab closure for that. We can use anything we want. So gonna wait. Oh, we also can maybe use these little guys, maybe, or just round pieces, just to wait for that to do. Alright, so that was phase one. Nice big accordion envelope. So turn it over and let's go to the next part. Yeah, cool. See, you can do anything with these pages. So much fun. Alright, that guys, let's get started. I want a big pocket on this side. So do we have some leftover pieces? Oh, this is not quite fitting. Always check if you have some leftover pieces. This fits perfect. Always check first and add other ones to it if you have. If you have some leftover pieces, always use them. Use them. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm again going to use my this one. I like to use again. I just am addicted to it. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. It makes a project so nice. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna make a little mark where the middle is, so I know that. So this one can be nice and deep. Here we go. Go. Now I want to try something out because I did not make a small and a big one just for fun, but what if I cut this one out with a small one so I can use the bigger one with design paper? Makes sense. We did the first page not, and that was actually my mistake. So I'm gonna try to do better this time. So I'm just gonna use the smaller one. Let's see if that's easier. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this out. The best I can, of course. Doesn't have to be perfect. The reason why I like to use these templates is because not everybody has a cutting machine. And me myself, I really love that you can do this right away instead of each time grabbing your cutting machine and everything. Alright, so is it, yeah, I think it's cool to do the design later. So now I am going to see where I need my hinges, so I'm just gonna eyeball this, make my marks where the hinges need to be. Always, absolutely always try to keep a distance from especially the fold lines. That's so important. So keep your distance. So always, also with the marks, stay away from the fold lines. Just stay away. Alright, shall we do a bottom one? Oh yeah, let's do a bottom piece. Because now I know how it works. Alright, for those who want to know how large my leftover piece was, it was a 4/3/4. So, and then the rest you can measure, of course. Let's add some tape on it before I'm gonna fold it over. There we go. Now we can cut the corners away. And now we just can fold it. There you go, there is your pocket. I'm gonna start with the bottom piece. So I'm just gonna start on the edge of right here, so I do have plenty left on the left side. It's better to put this on the edge, so you have enough space on here, okay? Then I like to use some extra tape. Why I always make this so small? Just use a bigger one. Just use this method, Diane. Alright, burnish this down pretty well if you're going to use this method. That's the reason why I use this, is because then the tags are not bumping in this hinge. That's just a new thing that I learned from you guys. Yeah, you never are too old to learn. Alright, so I'm gonna start on the right side to push it down. Well, you can do it equally, but again, I just like to have the pockets a little space. So I'm just gonna put something inside what's a little bit thicker, and then you can burnish it down. It makes the pockets so much wider. Yeah, guys, I learn too every day. I do. Oh my gosh, here there is a little tape to be seen out, and we don't want that. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, nice big pocket. What shall we do on the left side? We have a pocket right here and a pocket here, so I think it's a nice spot for adding photos. So I want to leave that. Then I'm going to flip it over and let's see what we can do on this. What shall we do on here? Okay, we do have still this one left. So what do you think about a big pocket? I love big pockets. Simple and easy with just a leftover piece. A nice spot for your extra stuff to cut in. Alright, make a mark. Now this piece is pretty small, so I'm not gonna make a bottom hinge for this one. That's not neat. Nice, tight. Nice and tight. Pocket, so that means that I need to close the bottom. And you can do that with tape. Oh, I'm going to use a smaller one. I don't want to have a large one. You also can use glue. Sometimes, I must say this, guys, if you use tape, then there is a possibility if you put your tags too wide in your pocket, then it gets stuck. If you're going to use tape. If you do use glue to close your pocket, then the chance of that is smaller. Oh, I just threw my picker in my trash. That's not the meaning. All right. But yeah, it's still, there's always a chance that there is something sticky in it. On which side depends on how thick this album is. So yeah, I think I like it on this side. Here we go. Put it on the edge. But I also like having a little, tiny little space away from all the edges. Definitely not overlapping. Alright. But maybe it's not that bad. See, there is nothing sticky. Nope. Perfect. Alright, so we have a big pocket right here. And I'll flip this over, and I think these 2 pages I want to keep for photo mats. Then I like on this side maybe also a nice pocket. Yeah, you know me, I love pockets. Pockets, pockets, pockets. Maybe I can call myself the pocket queen instead of the word Scrapqueen. Alright, let's see. Can we do something different than just a pocket? I'm just gonna think just a second about it. Yeah, I like to do something with a triangle again. So I'm gonna use a 4 by 4. What's this? This fits perfect. Well, no, then it needs to be bigger, of course. Definitely need a 5. Alright, so if I want to end up with a 4, so I'm just going to cut a nice square one that is 5 by 5. Let's see if that I am correct. I have no idea, but we always can cut something off. You always can use a bigger piece of paper and cut something down. Then you already start with a way too small piece of paper. Alright, guys. Then cut it in 2. Then let's see what we have. What do we have? Well, let me first cut this off. Then I also gonna start first. Yeah, maybe think we are safe. I think. Go, cut the corners so there's no bumpy in the way. Alright, now let's see. Let's see what's yeah, I did end up with a 4. Yeah. Oh, other way around. Oh. Alright guys, for now, are we having fun? Are we? Yeah, we are. At least I am. Alright, so what we can do with these, you just can put this one in a corner. And what about the other one on the other side? Can be. But let me first start with this one. Go. Right. So anything you can put inside here. See, maybe it's not convenient to put this in this corner. Maybe it's even better to put this on the other side. Yeah, I think that's even better. So, otherwise it's not convenient to put stuff in and out. But yeah, you always have your ideas. If it does not work, just try something else. Alright, add this on the right spot. Here we go. Okay, now actually this is pretty much the same as the other one, but the other one we did cut that piece off, and with this one we didn't. And I really like this one too. Yeah, perfect. Alright. Yep, and then this we're gonna save for the photo mats. Pocket, pocket, photo mats, envelope. Oh wow. Yeah, let's go to the next part. Alright, I have an idea for the last page. Well, this page, that depends on how this one turns out. Okay, now I have an idea. I have no clue if it's gonna be work out, so I'm just gonna check. Alright, so I'm just gonna use a full sheet. Yeah, let's do something crazy. Don't know if I did this sometime earlier, but let's just make first 2 fold lines. Yeah, let's do the Scrapqueen way. You know, I hate measuring, so I always like to be safe. Let's cut the corners. So there's no bumping in the way for everything. It's almost time for lunch, guys. I do have hungry already. Yes, I do. Alright, place this 2 millimeters away from the side. Make a mark and make another fold line. The rest you can cut off. Cut the corner. Put this away. Fold it. Finish it down. Alright, so far so good. And now, so we have all around. And now I'm just gonna make another fold line. Yes. Make it always a little smaller, guys. A little tiny bit smaller. Alright. There we go. You always can save the bits, of course. There we go. There we go. So now we have 4 hinges all the way around. Okay, so we have a big piece, and I'm gonna cut things open. Yeah, I'm gonna cut a nice 1 inch all the way around. So, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Yep, I'm gonna cut this 1 inch all the way around. Piece. Look how easy this is. This machine. I just love this. The only thing is I just need to eyeball the corners, but you always can go back with your scissor. So I always am a little careful with the corners. But I love that I don't have to measure anything. Yeah, save it. Oh, I almost throw it away. But here we are, having a nice open window. How cool is that? Yeah, I really like it. So if you have stuff to put in, see, that is going to be marvelous working. Also small pieces you can add in here and it all stays there, I hope. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just make a nice open frame to add stuff behind. Just throw it in. You also can make a clear window and just leave one side or on the top open, but I think it's more better to use if you're just gonna keep this open. So yeah, I like it. So just add tape on it and glue it on. Glue it on, glue it on, glue it on. There we go. Here we are, here we are, here we are. Nice, nice, nice. Now I am wondering if I put design paper on the bottom, is it easy then? No, it's not easy. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna use this to be open so I can slide my background already inside. Is that an idea? I think it's a good idea. Now which paper I'm going to use? Well, I do have so many of the blue, so I'm definitely going to use a blue one, and I'm just going to use this one because I do have this quite a lot. So you can use this one or this one, it's totally, but I like to use this because I still like to use the statues to glue down on the sides. Alright, so make this just a tiny little bit smaller, not too much. You don't want to interfere your hinges. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out. then you just place this inside. There you go. That's it. And then it's already on. So yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe to secure it a bit. Just a tiny bit. Put some glue on. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, on this side. I can slide it in. There we go. Here we go. Oh, it's so much easier. Here we go. Yeah. Grab the page back. Now it's so much easier to put this on. You also can, if you want, put first design paper on here. If it's easier for you to work with. It's a good idea. A good idea. Alright, let's see what I have left. Maybe a nice plain one. Oh yes, keep it easy. Easy going. I love this one for this part. Alright, so just cut that black edge. So I want to keep a black edge, guys. I just like to have still a black edge. Okay, cut it off. There you go. Do I have a black edge all the way around? Pretty much. This one is a little off, but that's okay. I just can cut tiny little adjustment. That's the beauty of the fish cards. You can cut down very small pieces. Yes, now it's perfect. Alright, now this is a 1 inch that I cut off, so I definitely need to know how much is needed. So I'm gonna flip it over. Oh my gosh, this is also nice. Oh yes. I'm gonna flip it over so I can make a mark. And that's exactly how thick I want this to be cut out. Oh, you just see. And yes, I am gonna do this all the way around. I don't know if this is the way. I have no clue. I'm just gonna do something that I think it will work. Especially if I'm gonna use the We Are Memory Keepers, but also if you're gonna use just your cutting mat and your knife. So now I have my mark right here. See how easy that is. And the corners I just eyeball. And then see all the marks. Oh my gosh, this works absolutely stunning. Now I have all the marks, so it should be working perfectly. I hope. Fingers crossed for that it does. Alright. Look at that. How smooth that went. Almost advertising for the We Are Memory Keepers. Now let's see. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, piece of cake. Piece of cake. Yeah, it went really smooth. Okay, switching the edges as normal. course the inside. There we go. Here we go. Yep, glue it on. Perfect. Perfect. See if I can put this on in one spot. So I want to move a little. It is pretty cool. Not perfect, but pretty cool. Yeah, alright, what do you say? So cool. Alright, and then it's just a matter of time to put this on. Yeah. There we go, and now I even can put something here. Here we go. Yes. Now let's see if I can put this on without any mistakes. Again, I'm also going to start on this side. So I have my space. You can see that I do have my space on that side. Alright, burnish it all down, and then you have your frame pocket. I like it. Cool. Alright, so yeah, the idea was that you can put your picture in here, but you also can use this pockets. Yeah, I love it. Super cool. Alright, so that's the idea, and of course we can embellish it with nice cutouts in a nice corner or so. For example, how cute is this? Even can use more if you like, but I don't think. See how cute that is. See, so we have a nice corner. I really like it. Maybe some hands. This I like to have this around. No idea if you like this, but it's just an idea. It's just an idea. It's just an idea. In my joy, my garden, notes. Love you, best place. Think like this, something like this. What do you think? You can also put one in this corner just to give it a nice touch. something like that. That means that I have to glue here. Bottom piece. And here. The rest is loose. Here we go. Then I'd like to put this, enjoy my garden. I do see that this piece right here can also be glued down. There we go. Yep, and then I really think that I like this also. On the other sides. Yep, keeps it another dimension. What do you think? Yeah, I really like it. So cool. You can add in all kind of pieces. That's the beauty of it. You don't have loads of stuff to put in. But for now I will leave it like this, I think. Maybe some small ones. I don't know, but you always can do that later. For now I will keep it like this. What do you say? I really like it. Super cool. Yeah. I really like it. Alright, so I think I'll keep this clean for now. Let's see, how many do we have? Big pockets, clean, big pockets, pockets, clean, pockets, clean, and pocket. Yeah, I think that's a good vibe. And then the back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. What shall we do in the back?